In today's video, I want to share with you 5 different ways that you can get silly rich in crypto. Now, these are all very simple, very easy ways that are proven to make huge gains for investors. In today's video, I'll be telling you exactly what those are. My name is Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if that's a topic you'd like to learn some more about, maybe just stay up to date with, then you should definitely subscribe to the Lark Davis channel. Also, if you can take a quick second to tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, man, that would be super awesome. So thank you in advance if you have a quick second to do that. And of course, anybody who would like to receive a notification when I put out a new video should click on the notification bell. By the way, if you have not yet got your unstoppable domain, you need to rectify that situation. Use the link down below to get your unstoppable domain, and you can reserve your unique NFT-based domain name. You can get your johnqsmith.bitcoin address, and then anytime you want somebody to send you Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, just say, hey, send it to johnqsmith.bitcoin. Or of course, if you'd like to flip some sweet domains as well, you can get beer.bitcoin, bunnies.bitcoin, or .nft, or whatever it might be. Check them out using the link down below. Now let's jump into this topic. And first, we have to talk about cryptocurrency staking. Staking has been insane. Staking has made so much money for investors. And it still blows my mind that some people invest in cryptocurrencies and then they don't stake them. Now look, not every coin can be staked. Bitcoin, for example, you can't stake Bitcoin. You can lend Bitcoin using platforms like Celsius or BlockFi or Nexo. But staking is something a bit different. Popular cryptocurrencies like Solana and Avalanche, Ethereum now as well, they offer staking. So essentially you take your coins, you lock them up, and in exchange for supporting the network, you get a reward. Now, sometimes the rewards are, just decent, like Ethereum right now is like 4.5%. Sometimes the rewards are pretty gosh darn decent. For example, Polkadot's like 11 or 12% most of the time. Then, of course, you have staking for individual cryptocurrencies that aren't necessarily, securing the network. You're just staking them to get rewards, basically locking up, helping lock up supply for the coin. Those can often yield massive returns for investors. Sometimes for locking up some different tokens and stuff like that, you're looking at 100% plus rewards, which is massive, absolutely massive. So the investors who have been taking advantage of these opportunities have been making so much freaking money. This is the thing. If you have a low enough time preference, if you're not looking to get rich overnight, you find cryptocurrencies that you like, you take them, you stake them, you wait. You start getting staking rewards. You either restake those staking rewards to get more staking rewards, which is a very popular method, or you take those staking rewards and you sell them for cash, man, because you're allowed to do that too. And then these staking piles of staked coins become like a perpetual free money machine for you. That's how winning is done. So staking is the number one thing. And look, if you can't answer the question, can I stake my cryptocurrency or not? You probably haven't done enough research into that coin. And chances are a lot of them can be staked. And if you're not staking them, you're robbing yourself. So go and make sure you find out which coins can or cannot be staked in your portfolio. The second thing I want to talk about with you is yield farming. Man, yield farming is insane. I've made just stupid amounts of money yield farming. So basically, what yield farming is you take your liquidity and you bring it into a platform and they will give you token rewards for that. So for example, let's say I take 1 Ethereum and I take 1 Ethereum worth of USDC stablecoins and I put those into Uniswap to provide liquidity. Well, I can then take that token that I get in return for that. So when I provide that liquidity position, they give me a liquidity provider token. I can then take that LP token and go to all kinds of different farms. So I take that LP token, I deposit it somewhere else, and they start giving me token rewards. So those are usually governance tokens or whatever for a different platform. Now, the rewards for this can be incredibly substantial. We're talking 30, 40, 50, 60% APYs as being relatively normal. Now, there's of course always the risks of impermanent loss and stuff like that, which you have to, understand it's not a risk-free thing that you're doing here. In fact, anything in crypto carries some amount of risk. If you want to keep risk lower, look for stablecoin farms. So for example, if you're providing liquidity between the USDT and USDC pools on a yield farm, the risk's pretty low, except of course, unless the yield farm gets hacked and you lose your LP token, again, there's risks here, but the rewards are massively high because there are risks. And, it's rare that the platforms get hacked. Sometimes it happens, but, I have seen incredible rewards come through from yield farming, throwing much money into yield farming, and just getting these tokens. And the earlier you can arrive to a platform, obviously, the better it is, because you get truckloads of tokens when they're only worth, a couple of bucks each. And then later on, when they're worth $100 each, well, you can sell them. So you've been farming them for 6 months, you have a big pile of them, and they've gone up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x in value. Then you sell. That is how people are making a killing with yield farming. Now, there's lots of great platforms out there that you can use. Convex Finance is one that I've been doing some good farming with. You get paid out in Curve tokens and Convex tokens. You can see lots of great APYs here, 25, 30%, relatively normal amounts that you can be getting here. However, Convex does suck massively for one reason. It's on the Ethereum layer 1. Which means that in order to get in and out of position, you're looking at like $500 to $1,000 in gas fees, which, let's be honest, that sucks. Otherwise, I love Convex Finance. That being said, if you would like to play around with farming, go on to another chain. Stop using Ethereum, man. Ethereum is not for non-rich users. If you can't afford $1,000 to get into Convex Finance, which, most of you, even if you can't afford it, do you really want to do that? There are some great opportunities out there on other blockchains. For example, on Binance Smart Chain, we have PancakeSwap. You can look here and see lots of great opportunities. Look at this. Triple digit yields, 378%, 389%, 200%, 270%, 193%. Looking for some, those are of course higher risk farms. If you look at some safer farms like BUSD, BNB, that's still almost 41% APR. That's huge. That's huge, man. That's awesome. Cake, BNB, 48%. That adds up. That adds up quick when you start getting these kind of rates of return for farming these tokens. Very, very lucrative. Gas fees on PancakeSwap, dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. So if you want to start playing around, take $20, take $50. Keep it small, man. Keep it small. Set up your wallet. Get over here. Play around. Why do I say put in 20 or $50? Because most people are just terrified of doing anything with DeFi because they think they're going to make a mistake. Well, if you make a mistake with $20, and look, there's really not that many mistakes to make. You just come over to pancakeswap.finance. You put some liquidity in, you throw it on a farm, you start earning. It's not that hard. You just got to get your hands dirty and be willing to do it. Starting with just $20 takes the pressure off. You're not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose, all my money. It's just $20, man. It's just $20. Similarly, you can do that on Avalanche's Trader Joe. I've been farming a lot of Trader Joe tokens. Again, Avalanche, dirt cheap fees compared to Ethereum. Nice farming experience over here. I'm farming with the Joe Avalanche pools right now, earning Trader Joe tokens at about 65% APY. Last time I looked, I don't know, it fluctuates all the time, but these farming opportunities have been absolutely massive. So if you're not participating in this and you're in crypto, you're missing out, straight up. Third thing, airdrops. Airdrops have made, oh gosh, I don't know how much have I made on airdrops in 2021? 5 digits anyway, I don't know, 15, 20, 25,000, $30,000. It's been ridiculous. It's just been ridiculous. And where have I got these airdrops from? From platforms that I was just playing around with and using anyway. For example, on Pool Together, which is a no-loss lottery, I put $10 in back in 2019, I think it was, or late 2019, early 2020. Just put $10 in. It's a no-loss lottery. I can get that $10 out at any point I want in the future, but I put $10 in, and I got an airdrop that was worth thousands of dollars. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So airdrops, how do you get airdrops? You have to get involved, man. You actually have to start using stuff, doing stuff. This one here, the Ethereum name service, was Ethereum domain names like bob.eth, for example. People who bought these NFTs, held these NFTs in their wallets, again, tens of thousands of dollars worth of an airdrop. Uniswap, thousands of dollars worth of an airdrop. What else? 1inch Exchange, thousands of dollars worth of an airdrop. These happen all the time in crypto. There's an airdrop every 2 or 3 weeks for a new platform. So there's lots of great opportunities. Now, this is something we talk about in the newsletter. We have a weekly airdrop section that, lets you find some of the hottest airdrops as well as rumored airdrops that are coming up. So if you're not subscribed to Wealth Master yet, then I highly recommend that you do that. We're covering some great opportunities. Anybody who's been taking advantage of those airdrop opportunities has paid for the newsletter 100 times over already. Now here's a few potential ones if you want to get out there and get your hands dirty that are maybe doing token airdrops in the future. One of them is Arbitrum. This is a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. They could be providing tokens at some point in the future to people who come over here and make transactions on Ethereum layer 2, people who bridge money back and forth. It's not certain when the airdrop will be, if there'll be an airdrop, what the requirements are going to be, how many transactions you will have had to make, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody always wants to know this information in advance, but they don't give you the information in advance. That's the point. If they give you the information in advance, everybody goes out and games the system. So at some point, they're probably going to announce an airdrop, and if you've used Arbitrum, you might be eligible for it, and it could be worth thousands of dollars or nothing. That's the risk you take with airdrops. Potentially free money. MetaMask is another one. MetaMask, of course, the massively popular Ethereum wallet. You can also use lots of other great chains on. I use my MetaMask for Avalanche and stuff like that as well. They are likely doing a token at some point in the not so distant future. Now, how are you going to get that token? My guess is that you have to have used MetaMask's in-app swapping feature. But we'll see. Again, we don't know exactly how it's going to work or when it's going to happen, but it will at some point. Another high potential airdrop candidate is OpenSea. Now, this is the marketplace of marketplaces when it comes to the NFT space. They've been rumored to do a token drop, an airdrop for people who have used the platform for a long time. Obviously, that would be super awesome to see. No details about if that's ever going to happen, when that's going to happen, but this is how airdrops work. You need to believe in the platforms. You need to go use the platforms instead of just trying to chase after the next airdrop. Actually, just get your hands dirty, man, and start using stuff. All the airdrops I've ever received have not been from trying to game the system. They have come from just using stuff in crypto, getting off Coinbase, getting off Binance, and coming and using Pool Together, using Uniswap, using all this different stuff. That's how it works. So get involved, get your hands dirty, and you will be eligible potentially for some airdrops in the future. Next, let's talk about token sales, because unless you're from the USA and you are excluded from token sales, you can thank the SEC for screwing you guys over and making it so that you're not allowed to access one of the biggest areas of money making in crypto. But anyway, token sales for everybody else in the world are a great way to make money. Now, it's moved basically at this point for token sales. The majority of them happen on launch pads. Now, right now, we are inundated with launch pads. A lot of them suck. A lot of them are unable to attract good projects, and so they end up launching scammy junk. There are a few launch pads, though, that do stand out, that have consistently made massive gains for investors. One of those, of course, is DAO Maker. So how it works, you need to get yourself some DAO Maker tokens, come over here, stake them on the platform, and then you'll get into a lottery to potentially get an allocation for the sales that they have on their platform. Now look, you're not going to win all of them. You might not win the vast majority of them, but all it takes is one to win. I mean, literally, we've seen DAO Maker allocations where people have been able to invest like $500 into a token sale, literally turn into like $50,000 or $100,000. Yeah, That happens regularly. So even though you're not going to win all the sales, you only need to win one, you know. And if you apply for every one, you're going to win a few a year. And look, you're not always going to get 100x returns. Maybe you only get 10x returns. You only get 5x returns. Still pretty good. Still pretty good. So potentially worthwhile getting yourself some of these tokens to participate in these token sales. Another one, which of course has done very, very, very well for investors over time, has been Polka Starter. Now they work on a similar system. I think you need to have 250 Polka Starter tokens in order to be eligible for sales. But these guys have brought out some really, really good projects over time. We can see here some of the stuff that Polka Starters brought out. This is some of their upcoming stuff, like Rainmaker Games is a really hot one. They, of course, been doing a lot of GameFi stuff. You can see here as well some of the ones that have come out before, and the 9 pages of token sales. Crazy, man. They've been doing a lot of stuff. You know, some of the returns, 2,400% returns, 2,500% returns. So some absolutely amazing returns here on some of these token sales that have happened. Most of them over 1,000%. Some of them, look at this, Wonder Hero, 7,000% returns. That's crazy, man. So if you had gotten allocation for that, you would have just killed it. And again, they do lots of sales. Here we go, another 3,000% one. And this one, even this one, a low performing one, 600%. Very low performing, 365%. That's still great. That's still great. So token sales have been a way to make a lot of money in crypto. So definitely something for investors to look at getting involved into. And as an honorable mention here, VLaunch. Now this is an influencer-backed launchpad. So we are just starting to see the first sales getting announced for VLaunch. So, you know, keep an eye to see what kind of quality they're bringing. But I think this one has a lot of potential in terms of bringing forward some token sales that are going to make a lot of money for investors. So one to keep an eye on for sure. And of course, the fifth way people are going to make big money in 2022, it's gaming. It's gaming, man. It's so obvious. It's so obvious at this point. At least that's what I believe. I think that gaming is going to be a major red pill moment for a lot of people to come into the cryptocurrency market. We see companies doubling down on this. For example, Solana just announced a $150 million fund for blockchain gaming. 2 weeks ago, Binance announced a $200 million fund for blockchain gaming. The money's flowing into it, and we're seeing beautiful games coming out. Aurora is a Solana-based game. Looks really cool. They've got great characters, cool gameplay, the whole sort of JRPG style. I love it. It's really interesting stuff. So, you know, just lots of high quality, nice looking games starting to come out to the market. We have Legends of Illumia here as well. We'll go down and have a little look at some of the gameplay here. You can see in the background here. So this is actually what, you know, this is in-game footage, right? In-game footage of these games, and it looks good. It looks good. These games look good. We were finally starting to see the kind of games coming to the cryptocurrency market that actually look hot. You know, they're good looking games, the kind of games people are actually gonna want to play. Back in 2018, 2019, we didn't have really good looking games like this. And another one as well, just, you know, stick on your radar, Phantom Galaxies. So this is sort of like a mech futuristic sci-fi game, as you can see in their trailer up here. Just gives you an idea of the theme of the game, kind of what they're doing. But gaming is going to be massive. We've seen coins like Axie Infinity, for example, go from, what was it, like, the bottomed out at like 50 cents and it went up to what, $200 or something like this. Like, just crazy returns, crazy returns for investors. I expect that the new generation of hot games coming out are also going to make massive returns for investors. It's an area that I am definitely not ignoring as an investor, and one which you may also want to consider not ignoring as an investor. But anyway, those are just my 2 Satoshis. Your question for today: what is the one thing that you think is going to make the most money for investors in 2022? Let us all know about it down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.